This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs?
Geez, how many years ago was that? I don't even know what year she, got killed.
Where was his apartment?
On Roscoe.
Okay.
Yeah, Roscoe and east or west of DeSoto.
This is Stephanie Lazarus, a Los Angeles police detective being secretly recorded during an unexpected interrogation. She had been summoned under the pretense of discussing a stolen art case, but the officers had a different agenda. They were dealing with a case so heinous it sent shivers down everyone's spine. But the only hurdle was the prime suspect was one of their own, someone who knew all the tricks to conceal the truth. A single misstep could have ruined everything, potentially burying the truth forever. Therefore, the interrogation had been meticulously planned and rehearsed before Stephanie was brought in.
Stephanie, I don't know if you know my partner.
Hey, great.
Hi.
Stearns, nice to
Yeah,
meet
see
you.
you guys.
How's it going?
Good.
Milling around. Well, have a seat. What this is, I didn't want to bring this up in your squadron. Oh, no, it's fine. I think we're good.
Quarter to, let me just turn on. You're going to bring somebody in, right?
Yeah, well, I can explain the whole
okay.
thing. I didn't want to talk about this in the squadron because I don't know who people are listening.
That's true.
And if we go to my side, everybody's always wondering what everybody else is
sure,
doing.
no problem.
Okay. But like we're talking about being busy and stuff, we've been assigned a case that we've been looking at.
Okay.
It's a new case, and as reviewing the case, there's some notes to see as far as your name being mentioned.
Okay.
Do you know John Rutten?
John Rutten?
Rutten.
Oh, yeah, I went to school with him.
You did?
Yeah.
How long did you know him?
Gosh, I went to school in, let's see, went to UCLA in 1978 I started, and, met him at school at the dorms.
Mm-hmm. Were you guys friends, close friends?
Yeah, we're very close friends. I mean, what's this all about?
Well, it's a case we're working on. It involves John, and in there, some of the statements we reviewed, there's notes and stuff that he knew you and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we were good friends, lived in the dorms for 2 years.
Turns out that John Rutten wasn't just any friend to Stephanie. During their time at UCLA from 1978 to 1982, John Rutten had a casual relationship with Stephanie Lazarus. Both lived in Dykstra Hall and shared a love for sports. Lazarus even played on the junior varsity women's basketball team. Their relationship was playful, with Lazarus stealing Rutten's clothes while he showered and snapping photos of him in his underwear as he slept.
Okay. Were you guys just friends or anything else, or?
Yeah, we were good friends.
Yeah. Was there ever any relationship or anything that developed between you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we dated, I mean, what's this all about?
Well, it's relating to his wife.
Okay.
Okay. Did you know her?
Not really. I mean, I knew that he got married years ago.
Who she was or anything?
Well, let me think. God, it's been a long time ago. I may have met her. Geez.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Let me ask you. You said you dated John. How long did you guys date?
I mean, are you guys? Is this something? I mean, you said I was going to interview somebody about art, and how you guys are.
Here's
I mean,
Stephanie, here's the situation. Is basically, we knew that this, when we saw this in this chrono, that maybe there was some relationship there. That's what the chrono seemed to indicate, and we didn't want to come up to you at your desk and ask those kinds of questions or do anything. You know how up there people can see what's going on if you go into an interview room or people are in there getting supplies.
Okay. I mean,
so we wanted to afford you some privacy, some confidentiality to talk about this because we thought it might be, something, you're married to someone else, obviously, and so forth, and that you may not want to, talk about these things in that setting where someone, we don't want the rumor mill or gossip or any of that kind of stuff
I mean,
to start.
that's fine. I mean,
It's a confidential place where where your business isn't out there for other people in your division to know about.
God, that's been a million years ago. I mean, what year is it now? 2009? I mean, I graduated in 82. 82, yeah. We dated. I dated other guys. I'm sure he dated other girls.
Well, let me ask you, roughly how long would you say you guys dated?
Oh, jeez. I couldn't even say. I mean, I started school there in 78.
Mm-hmm.
I started UCLA in 1978.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated in 82. I don't even remember what year he graduated, if it was a year or two before me.
Despite what Stephanie says or believes, the two were never an official couple. Perhaps she wanted it to grow into something more, but for Rutan, it was nothing more than necking and fooling around. Their physical relationship didn't even begin until after he graduated. John ultimately accepted a job with a hard drive manufacturer. Lazarus joined the LAPD as a uniformed officer in 1983. Rutan eventually moved on and fell for Sherry Rasmussen, a brilliant and accomplished nurse. But Lazarus wasn't ready to let go. She threw Rutan a surprise party for his 25th birthday, unaware that he was dating other women, or that his relationship with Rasmussen had become serious. When she found out, she was devastated.
I think he was a little bit older than I was. I mean, I can't remember if he was born, let's say I was born in 1960. I don't know if he was born in 58 or 59. I mean, I knew his parents, I knew his sister. His brother went to Northridge. His sister had spent the night at my house before. Obviously, I spent the night at his house before. He probably spent the night at my house before. I don't.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, because from what you're telling me, is you guys dated while you were in college together, right?
Yeah, and probably after college. I can't. Geez, trying to think when I met my husband. I met my husband in. When did I meet Scott? Let's see. We had long stopped, dating before that.
So you haven't talked to him for a long time?
Oh, I think I haven't talked to him in a long time. I couldn't even tell you when the last time I talked to him. I met Scott, I'm thinking in 92 maybe, April of 92. It was
Scott being your husband.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was teaching DARE. Let's see, what year is this? We'll be married. I got married in 1996. I think I met Scott in 92. Prior to that, I couldn't tell you how long I had talked to John prior to that.
But since you met your husband, Scott, you haven't talked to him?
I mean, he may have called me once or twice before we got married.
Right.
Geez, I moved to Simi in 1994 because I lost my house in the earthquake.
Oh, really?
Quite honestly, I probably keep in contact with a few people from the dorms. We all lived on the 10th floor.
And you were saying that
it's 2009 now.
Had you ever met his wife?
I may have.
Do you remember her name or anything, or? Or what she did for a living, or where she worked, or anything about her?
Well, I think I'm going to say that I think she was a nurse.
Let me ask you, did you go to their wedding,
No, I didn't go to their wedding. No, I did not go to their wedding. Couldn't even tell you what year he got married. I mean, it's been a million years ago.
Do you ever remember if you ever talked to her? Because it seems like a lot of you who were at the school at UCLA, you guys kind of were friends during and after school, so I don't know if you guys still associated afterwards once he was married or anything.
With him?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I would say, the people that were on the dorm floor, we did get-togethers. There's probably like 4 or 5. I don't think he ever came. Yeah, I mean, I don't, again, I don't understand why you're talking about some guy I dated a million years ago.
Well, do you know what happened to his wife?
Yeah, I know she got killed.
What did you hear about that?
I saw a poster at work. I'm sure I spoke to him about it. I think I spoke to another friend of his about it.
And how did you first learn about that?
Jeez. Someone could have called me. I could have heard it at work. I think at one point there may have been a flyer or something.
Now here's where the story starts getting interesting. Turns out that Stephanie was stuck on John. Despite her claims, she would never let go of him. Even after John married Sherry Rasmussen, Stephanie would show up at their apartment, fully uniformed and armed, asking John for favors that left Sherry feeling uneasy. Sherry eventually confronted them both, asking if their relationship was truly over, and they assured her it was. However, the truth was far more complicated. John had a brief affair with Stephanie, a secret that wouldn't come to light until much later. However, no one could have anticipated what came next. On February 24th, 1986, tragedy struck. Sherry was found brutally beaten and shot 3 times in the Van Nuys apartment she shared with John. The LAPD quickly dismissed it as a botched burglary, and the case went cold. But Sherry's father couldn't shake the feeling that something far more sinister was at play, that the woman who once loved his son might be hiding a deadly secret. He was convinced that Stephanie was the true suspect.
Uncomfortable. I mean, I can't even remember if we had a conversation. I mean, we may have. I may have seen her at his apartment. Geez, how many years ago was that? I don't even know what year she, got killed.
Where was his apartment?
On Roscoe.
Okay.
Yeah, Roscoe and east or west of DeSoto. Either east or west of DeSoto.
Do you know, or?
I'm sure he did.
Did you know where he was living, or?
Somewhere in the valley.
Did you ever visit him and his wife?
No.
No? Never
No.
went out to, get together, dinners, anything
No,
of that nature?
no. Like I said, his sister used to come over. His sister had come to my place. I knew his brother because his brother played basketball at Northridge. In fact, I was just coming across some pictures that I had just scanned from. I take a lot of photos, like 10,000, and I just did a service where I scanned everything. And I'd seen some pictures of his brother playing basketball.
Well, you just put them all on your computer so you could have them accessible and do things with them?
I don't think we ever socialized. He'd still call me. I can't say that I would. If he's married, I don't know that I would have called him. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. It's been a million years ago.
How long was John married before his wife died?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
After his wife died, did you talk to him again or anything?
Yeah, I did talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to him, probably his parents, probably some other friends. I'm sure I talked to him.
But you're not sure where he moved to after he got married?
No idea.
Never went over to visit him or
I don't think.
meet his
I don't
wife, or...
think so. I don't know. I don't think I did.
But you don't remember specifically ever going over to visit him or visit them and wherever he moved when he left Roscoe?
I honestly, I don't know. I don't think so. But
okay.
I don't want to say no. I don't think so. And then he says, "Oh yeah, she came over for something, dropped something off." I don't know.
So if you did go over there, it'd just be like a quick thing, like you were saying, drop something off, or
maybe.
But you don't remember as far as like going there to have dinner or like a social, anything at the house, party?
Well, if you guys know something, I can't. I don't know. I don't think so. But
after John's wife died, you said you may have been talking to him. Did your relationship start up again?
I would say no.
So you didn't have any problems with her then?
No.
You didn't have any issues with her?
No,
But let me ask you. It seems like you didn't have any issue. Now, did she have an issue with you as far as,
Oh.
because now you're telling her, hey, tell them to stop calling. Now, she's like, you figure she'd be threatened by you.
I don't know. I mean,
from what you remember as far as when you talked to her, maybe you didn't take it as serious, but maybe, did she? Maybe she was bugging
I mean, like, was she throwing things at me or something? Or,
well, no, just, as far as you're trying to explain, like, hey, have them stop calling me, stop playing games.
I tell you, if the conversation, I couldn't even tell you how long the conversation, if you said, did it last a half an hour? Did it last 3 minutes? Did it last 20 minutes? I can't even remember. It's been so long ago.
Stephanie has been playing the "it's been too long" card for a while, but the officers know much more than she realizes. In reality, they have a deeper understanding of the situation because in 2009, detectives started revisiting the cold case files. With more advanced DNA recognition now, many cold cases were being solved one after another, and that's exactly when officers began to zero in on Stephanie, now a seasoned detective herself. A breakthrough came when a DNA sample from a cup she discarded was matched to DNA from a bite mark on Sherry's body, evidence that had remained in the files for over 2 decades. This interrogation was unfolding more than 20 years after the murder, a span of time during which any criminal, especially someone with law enforcement experience, would have likely crafted an airtight escape plan. This was the reason Stephanie was now being interrogated.
I don't know how many times I talked to her. Maybe it was once, maybe it was twice, maybe it was 3 times. I honestly don't know.
Right.
I don't know what year it was. If he said, I met her in such and such year, I'd go, okay, well, I don't even know what year you met her. It's been so long ago. That's not ringing a bell.
Mm-hmm. Because the times I've seen you around at our office,
I'm crazy.
but you're always kind of like real. You seem kind of bubbly.
Oh, people think I'm really hyper, but I can get upset, and then I forget 5 seconds later, how guys razz you and you go, I've done that in the office, but it's like, people
Water
think,
under the bridge.
Yeah, it's like people think I'm crazy, and then they think I'm crazy at home, and I'm a hyper person at work. I enjoy my job. I get excited. I enjoy the job. I've always enjoyed the job.
Well, you got a good gig, so. Was kind of. You've known each other for a lot of years.
Yeah, it was just it was like.
But it doesn't seem to me, from what you tell me.
We were never engaged.
Right.
It wasn't like we were planning to get married. It was like, it was. I don't know how to describe it.
Would you say there wasn't a lot of drama in this relationship?
Oh no, I don't think there was drama.
As far as what the friends are saying in regards to this, the problems that they're saying you were having with Sherry. It seems like the relationship is just going on an even plane.
That just, I don't have a recollection of that at all.
No?
No.
And, because from what you're telling me is when you guys met at the hospital, you guys talked, but it wasn't, from what you recall, confrontational.
I don't think so.
From either side?
I'm trying to, turn my memory back, and I can't even picture the conversation. I can't even picture the conversation. People said that's not ringing a bell to me at all. It's not. That's not ringing a bell to me at all.
Was there ever a time when you and Sherry were talking and John had to maybe go like, hey, you guys relax, or anything like that?
I think so.
About, ever going to her house and having a dispute like that?
I'm just...
Well, fights at work are kind of different because we've all had uses of force or whatever. But
I haven't even had a lot of those.
Right, but if you're actually,
I played.
Like if Dan and I got mad at each other and we threw blows in the squad room, 20 years later, I would remember it.
I would think I would remember it, but that's what I'm saying. That's not sounding familiar to me at all.
Let me ask you. Throughout your life, would you remember the number of fights you've been involved in? And I don't mean kind of like a bump or something, just a physical fight where everybody's hitting each other, scratching, pulling, whatever.
Maybe. I mean, I can't say I've been in a lot.
Right.
I mean, if you guys are claiming that I'm a suspect, then, I got a problem with, with that.
Okay.
Okay? So, if you're doing this as an interrogation, you're saying, hey, I'm a suspect. Well, now I got a problem with, now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
Stephanie was now clearly agitated, and nothing seemed to be working. Her charade of innocence was slowly unraveling, and the officers could easily sense her nervousness.
If you're doing this as an interrogation, you're saying, hey, I'm a suspect. Well, now I got a problem with, now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
We're trying to figure out what happened, Stephanie.
Well, I'm just saying, do I need to get a lawyer if you're accusing me of this?
You don't have to.
I'm just,
you're here of your own free will.
No, I know, but
you're not under arrest. You can walk out.
You can leave whenever you like.
Well, but I'm trying to give you some background of how I knew him, and now you're telling me that somebody's saying that we had this big old fight, and I don't even know what you're talking about. And I don't want to get in trouble for something that I didn't even do, or you're saying I did something.
Okay.
We understand.
I mean, how would you guys like it if the tables were turned on you?
I understand. No.
No, that's what we're telling you. You're free to go whenever you want. If this makes you uncomfortable and you want to,
now you're starting to make me uncomfortable.
Now, what we'd like to do is, obviously, about all the DNA stuff and things of the nature that gets done on cases nowadays. If we asked you for a DNA swab, would you be willing to give us one?
Maybe. Because now
because
now I'm thinking I probably need to talk to a lawyer.
Okay.
Well, because I know how this stuff works. Okay, don't get me wrong. You're right. I have been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And I wish I had been recording this because now it sounds like there's you're selling these people saying I'm fighting with her, and now it sounds like you're trying to I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
We know.
Okay. And now it almost sounds like you're trying to pin something on me.
No,
now I got that sense.
Well, what it gets to on these cases, and you know it as well as I do, our job is to identify and eliminate suspects.
I can't believe this.
If we ask you to the point to give us a DNA sample, a buccal swab, so we can identify or eliminate you, would you be willing to do that?
Maybe. Because I know this.
Well, that's where we're at too. Because right now, from looking at the evidence, it's it's possible we may have some DNA at the location.
That's great. It's just, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked that somebody would be saying that I did this. We had a fight, and so I went and killed her. Come on.
Well,
that's...
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for giving me the courtesy. I wish I recorded it.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Stephanie, take care.
All right.
Stephanie thought walking out of the interrogation would save her from the consequences, but the case was now past that point. Detectives delved into Stephanie Lazarus's life during the mid-1980s and discovered she owned a .38 Smith & Wesson, the same caliber used in the murder. She reported the gun stolen 13 days after the crime. Lazarus was arrested in June 2009 after a carefully planned interrogation, and her home search revealed a journal filled with her obsession over the victim's fiancé, John. Many LAPD officers were shocked by the arrest. Stephanie Lazarus was held on $10 million bail and allowed to retire early, awaiting trial while battling health issues. The jury convicted 52-year-old Lazarus of first-degree murder, sentencing her to 27 years to life in prison. But Stephanie wasn't the only one who thought she could misuse her power to get away with the crime. Another female officer took it a step further, believing she could engage in intimate relations with inmates and still avoid getting caught.
What about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone.
I just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
This is Charlene O'Banion, a prison officer who forgot her duty as an officer just to have some fun. The only problem was that fun was not with a fellow officer, but an inmate at the prison. Word quickly spread of their inappropriate relationship, and some fellow officers even spotted her seducing inmates. An investigation was soon launched. Charlene, who should have felt regret for her actions, acted like a saint, thinking she had hidden her wrongdoings pretty well. But the detectives had gathered all the evidence they needed. Now, they were about to expose her secrets and teach her a lesson that she would never forget.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that, and I just kind of wanted to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
From the beginning, Charlene was sitting with an air of confidence, as if she was certain she'd escape all consequences. But as the investigation unfolded, her attitude shifted dramatically. She quickly became defensive, and this change in her demeanor signaled her guilt to the investigating officers.
Don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for I don't know what period of time, and he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message, and I blocked him on Facebook.
Charlene is trying to play it cool, pretending it's the inmate who's interested in her. However, her efforts to downplay the situation only serve to highlight her own involvement.
Parker was going back to Bequat to use the bathroom, and he was talking like at the window with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, "Don't talk to her," or something crazy like that.
I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just.
Yeah.
Why would you expect this conversation to come up? I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there's jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you.
Charlene is trying her best to look calm and collected, but her body is seeming more stiff than relaxed. It's almost as if she's using this facade as a strategy to control her nerves. But in just moments, the interrogating officers are about to deliver a jolt to her nerves that might feel like 1,000 watts of electricity.
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. It wasn't anything like that.
According to this version of her story, Charlene and the inmate had only known each other briefly before he went to prison, leading to some light-hearted joking, but nothing more. However, the evidence the officers have paints a completely different picture.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone.
No, I just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone and here.
Like sexual?
I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
No, that was like in the world, but we never like.
What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
Talking about what would happen after he got out.
The jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or?
Charlene has been caught in multiple lies so far. And what's worse, she's been calling him from her own home. For law enforcement and correctional officers to act this way is highly unprofessional.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm. I gave him a photograph of his mom, which he had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
Mm-mm.
So one of the things we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-mm.
Charlene was likely confident because after working at the prison for so long, she knew how to evade cameras and to avoid officers on duty by understanding their schedules. However, she overlooked one critical detail. Prison calls aren't exactly private, and this mistake is about to cost her everything.
Hey, baby.
Got that.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay. You got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I don't know. You probably got this weird swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Well, if I had that swing, you better believe I'd leave that up for you.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag ball and everything?
This has to be the most embarrassing interrogation in history, and the expressions on Charlene's face make every moment worth it.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine. Hmm?
And you got a live-ass head game.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Meh, meh. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny.
Get you horny?
Oh, yeah. When you felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes. I get very horny very easy. Oh, like, of course, like, I only get horny for you.
Kudos to the cops for not losing their composure while listening to this entire conversation and staying dead serious. But Charlene is stubbornly intent on not admitting her fault, even after all of this embarrassment.
I see how that sounds from like my point of view, like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. Just giving him this job was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him. How do you describe the job?
This is a factual thing that happened 3 years ago. I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the job from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. I might have given him a back part of B.
In back part of B, Clyde? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that?
I don't know.
Lo and behold, Charlene finally decides to speak the truth for once. But here's where it gets a bit tricky. Despite finally speaking the truth, Charlene still doesn't grasp the severity of the situation. She actually believes she's going home after all this chaos.
I'm going to ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things.
Yes, Charlene, you're losing your job, but that's not all. You'll also be losing your freedom.
What kind of charges would, like...
So it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean, would I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office.
Charlene lost her job and was sentenced to 100 days in jail. She thought she wouldn't go down easily, but as the evidence suggests, she's not very good at doing that. Sadly, officers exploiting their power is not uncommon. Having an affair is one thing, but sneaking a phone to a prisoner? That's even more dangerous. This is Officer Tyler Moody, a Collin County detention officer. On Monday, October 10th, 2022, another detention officer discovered a cell phone and charger in an inmate's cell at the Collin County Jail. After further investigation, evidence pointed directly to Officer Moody. Upon being investigated, he admitted to his crime.
Moody, I understand that you've offered your resignation. Is that correct?
Can I get fired?
Have you offered your resignation or not?
If I can keep my job, then no.
Well, you can't keep your job, okay? So let me just make it easy. You're fired. You've betrayed the trust of every citizen that we have the privilege to serve, and you've betrayed the trust of the brave and selfless men and women that you've worked alongside for nearly 3 years. So as of this moment, you're under arrest for bringing a prohibited item, a cell phone, into a correctional facility. That's a third-degree felony. Do you have any questions about that?
No, sir.
Well, you're going to be cuffed. First thing I want you to do is stand up and take that uniform shirt off. You don't deserve to wear it.
The prisoner Officer Moody had been dealing with was no ordinary inmate. He was serving time for aggravated attacks and murder. However, Officer Moody disregarded his duty for monetary gain. As a result, not only was he stripped of his uniform and job, but he was also arrested and booked into the same jail where he once served. His bond was set at $5,000. All of these cases show that not everyone is worthy of authority and how easy it is to misuse power. What are your thoughts about these cases? Share them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.